In this video, I'm going to explain everything to you related to the long tail keyword demand curve chart. The way this chart works is it's trying to explain the difference between long and short tail keyword phrases and the consequences of them. A short tail keyword phrase is a keyword phrase that has very few words in it, 1, 2, maybe 3, whereas a long tail keyword phrase has over 4. Actually, a great keyword phrase is going to have at least 5, 6, or even 7. And the difference between the two is a short tail keyword phrase. Let's assume we're talking about the niche of acne right now. Let's say for the sake of argument you're selling some sort of an affiliate product that is related to acne and pimples, and a short tail keyword phrase would be acne or acne cure. And if we're to search Google, as you see, if we type in just the word acne, we get 242 million results. The chances of you ranking your content on the first page of Google or any search engine are very slim, because you'll notice all the results that show up on the first page of Google are extremely competitive. The Mayo Clinic, Wikipedia, you're going to have a very hard time showing up on the first page. Now, if we increase that to, say, 2 words, the results drop to 1,130,000. As in the graph, as we increase the number of words in the keyword phrase, the number of search results goes down. But it also means that the competitiveness of that keyword phrase is going to go down as well. So now you're only competing potentially with 1,130,000 results. Now let's make the keyword phrase a little bit longer. We'll add all natural acne cure. Now we see the results drop to 221. And the reason I have the keyword phrases in quotes is we want to make sure we're returning web pages that are optimized for the keyword phrase. So the longer the keyword phrase gets, the less people that are probably searching for it, but also the less competition that keyword phrase has as well. And again, that's the demand curve. On the left-hand side, we have short keyword phrases. They have a lot of searches and a lot of competition. And as we add words to that keyword phrase and make it longer and longer, the amount of competition drops and the number of searches people make drop as well. Now we'll add for teens. You see how it says here, no results found for all natural acne cure for teens. That means there's probably a pretty good chance that if you make a good web page related to all natural acne cure for teens, you could show up on the first page of Google for that keyword phrase. Now, a big dilemma when it comes to this long tail keyword demand chart is many people will argue, well, shouldn't you go for the shorter keyword phrases, the ones that only have 1, 2, or 3 words more, because they get so many more searches? That means a lot more traffic to your website. Problem is that if somebody is typing in Google something really general, like let's say for example, I'm just generally interested in cars, so I type in classic cars. Does that mean I'm a buyer? Does that mean I'm somebody who's in the position psychologically to make a purchase anytime soon? Probably not. What if I typed into Google? That's a much more specific result, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm somebody who's a buyer. I'm much more likely to be a buyer if I'm putting this many words in the keyword phrase. It means I know exactly what I'm looking for. My search intention isn't wishy-washy. So I'm much more likely to be closer to making a purchase. So if you are in the business of making content online and your ultimate goal is some sort of a conversion or a sale, sure, if it was back around 2000, you could probably make a page about acne or acne cure and show up on the first page of Google pretty easily, but it's no longer 2000. A lot of competition out there. The good news is there's also a lot more people on the internet who feel comfortable buying things. You want to focus on the shorter tail keyword phrases, ones that have little competition. And the best way to glance to see how much competition something has is do 3 types of searches. You do an all-in title, all natural acne cure search, or whatever your keyword phrase is. All-in title is telling Google that All the words that make up this keyword phrase have to show up in the title. You do what's called an all-in URL search. All-in URL means that all of these words that are in the keyword phrase have to be in the actual web address, this green part here. And then finally, all in text, but put it in quotes. This is telling Google only display the web pages that have this exact keyword phrase in the text of their web page, the actual content of their web page. And for all three searches, we see about 200 and something results. So it's fairly competitive. We're doing these three searches. We're looking ideally for keyword phrases that show up with 10 or less results for all three. Hoping to target for a keyword phrase has any searches at all is just type that keyword phrase in Google. We have a software program to simplify this whole process for you called Longtail Keyword Scraper and Tester. There's two parts of the program, one that gets keywords, the other one that tests the keywords, doing those searches I just showed you, all in title, all in URL, all in text. You start by entering a root keyword phrase. And what the software program is going to do for you in an automated fashion is type in different letters of the alphabet, which will invoke the drop down. Remember, as indicated earlier in the video, the keyword phrases that Google shows you here, they're showing because it means that people have actually typed those words into Google, meaning they get searches. So the program is automatically going to insert each letter of the alphabet, collecting the keyword phrases as it goes. It will make more sense to you if I just show you. The software program is grabbing all these autocomplete keyword phrases here, all the searches that Google is getting from real people. So you know if you make content around any of these words that are showing up in this list box, you know that there is going to be searches for those keyword phrases. Now the more impressive part of the software program is you can then sort the keyword phrases, removing ones that aren't long tail. You can specify that the keyword phrase must contain a certain word, must not contain a certain word. We'll move this to the program's competition tester. And then the software program is going to perform all three of those specialized searches I previously discussed with you. All in title, all in URL, and all in text. And if you'd like, all in anchor. And it's going to give you a final grade once it has done all three of the tests. And the ideal result is to look for the keyword phrases that show all green across, that are A's. When the program is done doing the testing, you can save the keyword phrases, specify that it only saves the grade A and B keywords if you wish, and then when you are done, you will have a list of ripe keyword phrases that get searches that have little to no competition whatsoever.